this was a little bit emotional for me. Today I'm going to prepare for the track Brno in Czech Republic. Basically what I do before every time I go to the track is I go first to the simulator here in Dubai where I train the track, and then I go to the real track in my real 488 challenge car and destroy the real track. And here are the simulators. So yeah, long story short, some people say that, oh, it's not the real thing, but this is very close to the real thing on the track, which is why it's very beneficial to sit here and put a few hours of lap times and then go to the real track, because then you don't have to learn the track in real life. So let's check how my lap time here on Brno compares to the actual track. So this is a 488 Challenge Evo, and that's exactly the car that I have. Let me tell you the biggest difference between sim and real world. In the sim, you can't die and you can't crash the car because it's just a virtual car. So that's the biggest difference between simulator and real world. So here we can crash without any huge bills coming to haunt us after. Let's go.
Say I'm the biggest, the largest. Been stepping up since my mama stayed in them apartments. Regardless, my daddy told me keep the heat even when I'm in foreigns. I'm heartless, cause these niggas is hating on me just because I'm the biggest, the largest, the biggest, the largest. 30K on my riches for hard times. These niggas just mad cause they in my archives. Jordan came back to the 4-5. If you play then you lay right there by your own kind.
Okay, so my lap time in the sim is 2 minutes, 8 seconds, and 7/10. So 0.280.748. But yeah, let's take today's numbers: 2 minutes, 8 seconds, and 7/10. And now we are on the real Brno racetrack. So let's check it out. And here's my car, and I'm actually putting some stickers on it. Look at this. We're putting the moon stickers. Now we're gonna be flying, guys. Isn't that amazing? And then also on top of the car, yeah, so basically stickers all around the car. Even back here, the moon. I think we should put something here as well. Maybe there or there. So actually, this is my third 488 Challenge car. I will tell you why. So I have good news and bad news. The good news is that the first race I ever drove, I won. I'll put some nice pictures here, some videos. You can see that I won. You see the trophy, the champagne. It was incredible. It was my first ever race. I even overlapped 3 people. That was race 1. And then race number 2, unfortunately, I crashed. But I'll explain more about that in a few minutes because I have some crazy videos about that. Anyways, this is my third car now, and it just looks amazing. Ferrari 488 Challenge Evo. All right, so now I'm gonna go out with my beautiful car. So let me put my helmet on and everything. So first of all, you need the balaclava. It's for fireproof protection, like this, very important. And then this is for neck protection, like this. And this helmet is extremely tight, very tight. It has to be very tight to be very safe. And then of course the gloves, Ferrari suit. Let's go. Okay, at the front, not from back. Okay. So it's nice in Ferrari Club Challenge that we're doing here. We have a big team and they help us with everything. So, because it's actually very hard to do this yourself anyways, but it's so nice to have them fix everything and check the car, check all the safety and everything. So Very cool. Just arrive and drive. Let's see now, guys, if I can beat my time that I did in the simulator.
We're just gonna make sure that the radio is working properly before I send you.
Okay. Alright guys, so I did a pretty good lap now. Let's check the lap times. Okay, so let's check it out. So I'm driving the 488. So the 488 are the yellows and the reds are the 296. And for context, the 296 cars are on average 4-5 seconds faster than the 488. So I'm driving in the 488 class, not the 296, because that car has way more horsepower and is way faster. So out of the 488s, Carl, P1. So we made it, guys. We're P1. And let's check the lap time. So the lap time is 2:04.612, and the lap time in the simulator was actually 2:08. So I'm 4 seconds faster on the real track than in the simulator. But this can be because, of course, if you have new tires, it's different than the tires than in the simulator. I'm not sure exactly what tires they used. It just goes to show that simulator and real reality is not exactly the same. But yeah, number one, guys, P1. But we have a couple of more sessions here, so let's see. But looking quite good. I mean, the number two guy is 2.5 seconds slower. So I'm number one with 2.5 seconds, which does make me feel like we did a great job, guys. And my OCD would not allow me to be anywhere else than P1, so this makes me very happy right now. So now I'm gonna sit down with my coach, Sean Hudspeth, and he has won Ferrari GT3 championship 2 times.
In Italy, yes. Italian GT champion, so
he,
hopefully I can
you know how
try
to drive
to
the car.
help Carl improve. But
Yes.
he's already doing a pretty good job, so let's see. I've got my work cut out. So this is the first corner, the pressure on the brake. You're using 96 bar, and I'm using 69 bar. My favorite number.
So basically, I should
Less
brake
pressure.
less pressure.
Same point, but less pressure. Yeah, you're like straight to the maximum brake. And then basically it just kills the speed a little bit too much. At this point, you're faster than me because I sacrifice a little bit more. I slow it down right in the middle of the corner, and then I get the exit. See, you go on throttle, so you're red. You go on throttle like and then wait, and then go again. And basically what that holding it on throttle does is that it creates understeer. The reason why I use the curb is because I'm making the corner wider.
Yeah.
You have a sharper corner than me because you're not using the curb. But again, this is confidence because you see what happens if you use it and you don't do it properly, the car gets unstable. So you have to be, I'm very careful to get off the curb, pointing towards the corner and then pressing the brake, but less than about half the pressure that what you're using now.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll be nice to see if I can gain a little bit of time now.
Yeah, exactly. And I'll be on the radio with you, so I'll be watching live as well. So yeah, let's get going.
Very cool. And shout out, check out his YouTube channel. He makes car reviews, but more importantly, he drives XX cars.
Yeah, La Ferrari FXXK Evo on my YouTube channel, so check it out.
Yeah, that's very few people in the world have done that, so link down below, go check it out. Okay, so I'll do my second session now. Okay, so we had the session now, and I was improving actually, so I'll show you my lap time. But now someone crashed, so it's red flag. Red flag means session stop, everyone back into pit lane, so that's what we had to do. So he crashed here on the track, and they have to now take him out and clean the track, and then we can go out again. But look at this. Carl, now I'm down at 203.1. So thanks to Sean's coaching, he showed me what I can do better, and then I implemented it, and immediately I gained like 1.5 seconds or something like this. So that's incredible. Now the track is a little bit faster now because it's a little bit cooler, but even then, this was a big improvement because I took the corners way better now. So I'm super happy, and you can see that now I am the first 488 by far.
I think it's actually right at the start.
So I'm now 3.5 seconds ahead of number 2. So P1, very good. We're doing okay, guys. We're doing very okay. Okay, so now I did actually improve. We did some coaching, and I tried my best to do exactly what you told me to do.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, really happy because, I mean, not everyone can do exactly as I tell them. You know, I mean, obviously my job as a coach is I can tell you, okay, if you do this and this and this, you will improve 1 second. But not everyone can take that, process it, and implement it. But honestly, I was super impressed by Kyle today, being able to process everything I said. And I said, if you do all this, you'll improve more than 1 second, and he did. So now we are P1 by more than 3 seconds in the 488 class, and we are ahead of, what, half the field in 296. So really, really impressed. Nice improvement, very happy.
Thank you, bro. I actually started racing this year, or like racing, like we're doing club challenge, which is essentially, you could call it what, like track day practice?
Yeah, so the difference with the club challenge and the Ferrari challenge is that for club challenge, you don't need a racing license to take part. So it's like kind of like a stepping stone to get to Ferrari challenge, to learn the tracks, and it's basically an open test session.
But next year, what I'm gonna do is go to the Ferrari challenge. Then you can go into, of course, GT3, which is like super high elite level, which you actually won 2 championships in. I can feel like I have it in the blood. Like I love the speed, but what I don't have is the experience. So I need to just go out and go, and learn from incredible drivers. I think I'll do a little bit more laps towards the end now to see if I can improve a little bit more when they clean up the crash. And then in a very few moments, guys, I'm going to also explain to you what happened in Knutstorp, because we had highs and lows, so stick around. All right, so while we're waiting for the red flag to become green, we can look at all of these beautiful cars. So these are the 296. So like I said before, they are 4 seconds faster on this track, which is way faster. They are super powerful. They have more downforce. They're just better cars. This one I think looks very cool, by the way. I think maybe for next year, because like I said, I'm ordering the 296 challenge because of the challenge series next year, and then I have to have this car. It's like $450,000 or $500,000, I think. And this is a nice livery. I like this one. Maybe I'll make one similar, like dark gray, and then instead of the orange, I'll have the moon green, and then I'll put the moon logo on it. I think something like this, because that looks super sick. Super sick. That's another 488 Challenge Evo, same like mine. And you can see like there's a lot of beautiful looking cars here. Now, I promised you to explain more about my crashes. So essentially, I now have 3 Challenge Evos because I crashed 2 of them, and I crashed both of them on the same weekend. So essentially, Autoropa and Formula, which is the dealership that I'm buying my Ferraris from in Sweden and in the Nordic countries, they organize a series called the Formula GT series, which is series for amateurs that want to try racing. So that's what I did a few weeks ago, and I did very well. But let me explain. We had highs and lows. So it started with practice, and in practice I did quite okay, but then eventually I span out and I lost control of my red car that you've seen before, that I drove in Misano, and you've seen it before on the vlogs. I crashed it bad enough that they couldn't fix it. But then Martin, my lovely dealer, a Ferrari dealer, he said, well, Carl, I have good news and bad news. Bad news is the car is not drivable this weekend, so you can't participate with that car. However, the good news is I do have another 48 Challenge Evo car 1 hour from here. So if you just pay now, or like if you just shake the hand, I'll get it to you in 1 hour. And I said, okay, fine, I'll take it. Shook hands, and then boom, he took the car over. Obviously, I didn't pay immediately. I still didn't pay it, actually. I have to pay it. And then I got another 48 Challenge car delivered, and then I could participate in the race. I qualified first, and then I came into the race and dominated the race. I even overlapped 3 guys. Guys, the feeling was incredible because I've been visualizing that for a very long time now. Now, the day after, so that was Saturday, on Sunday there was the second race, and then we had 2 other participants that joined, and one of them had been doing Ferrari Challenge for 14 years, and the other one had been doing Le Mans and a bunch of other racing for multiple years as well. So they were like super experienced. In the qualifying, I qualified P2, so I qualified ahead of one of them and just 3/10 from the other one, so I qualified absolutely like a legend. I had such a good flow, it was incredible. And then in the race, it started raining. And then in the race start, I do very well, I'm number 1, meaning that I'm now ahead of the 2 guys who've been doing more than a decade of racing, and I'm getting a little bit then like nervous because I'm like, wow, I'm leading this race now, like this is insane. And it's raining, and I am not able to get the temperature up in the tires. They are able to do it because they are way more experienced than me, so they understand that they can't just push like I tried. And then on the first lap, before the first straight, my gear is too low, the turbo kicks in, and I spin out, and let me now cut straight into that weekend, and you can see what happened here. Good morning, guys, and welcome to Sweden. And look at this beautiful thing. This I earned yesterday by winning the race right here yesterday. So basically, this is a race weekend, my first race weekend ever, and yesterday was my first race in my life, and I won. I literally won my first race. And now let me show you the cars in the paddock. And here's one of my friends. Hello!
Huh?
Now you're on the vlog. Hello! So that's one of my friends who's also racing. Okay, let me show you some cool cars here. Because when it's Ferrari Challenge, of course, people arrive with their Ferraris. And unfortunately, I didn't do that today. I actually took a private jet down here. Now I feel like I should have taken my car, but anyways. So we have the 296, which is beautiful. I think it's an amazing car. In fact, I'm already ordering a 296 Challenge. It's already in the order book, so it's coming. And then I will probably also order the 296 Speciale. So coming up, guys, I took this car, the S-Class. It's not so interesting, so let's move on. So let me tell you actually what happened yesterday. This is a little bit crazy. So we had practice yesterday, and during the practice, I completely crashed my car. It went straight into the wall, and it was not possible to fix. It was completely screwed. And then they said, well, Carl, unfortunately, you destroyed your car so much that you can't race this weekend because we can't fix it. Then Martin, who's my Ferrari dealer, he came up to me and said, well, but I also have good news. There's another car which is just 1 hour away that you can buy right now, and we'll get it here within an hour. And of course I said, well, it's a race weekend, I have to race. I mean, you can see how my car looked like on the screen, but now I'll show you my new car. This here is my new 488 Challenge car, and this one actually has the Evo package, so it's actually a bit of an upgrade. But yeah, I basically crashed yesterday, and within the next like 20 minutes I already made a deal on a new car and got it. So crazy. So then I could race yesterday because the race was just a couple of hours later, so it was amazing. Look at this, guys. Now I basically have two 488 challenge cars, but it was a good investment because that led me to the win. Now let's check out the competition. So here we have another white 488 challenge. Here's mine. And here, the guy that we just said hi to, that's his car, Peter. Very beautiful yellow color. And then we have a white, another 488 challenge car. And here we have two guys who are also gonna be driving. You guys are driving as well today, right? Of course. So yeah, we have extra competition today, bringing it up a notch. So that'll be fun, that'll be fun. And then we have this side as well. This is a 458. This one will not be driving today though. This one will be driving, and basically we have the Danish guys against the Swedish guys, because actually this is a new challenge series by the dealership in the Nordic countries. So my Swedish Ferrari dealership against the Ferrari dealership of Denmark and Norway. They are combined. We're basically having a race to you know, compete against each other. So that's really cool. It's a new series that they just created this year. And I won the first race ever in this series. So I am now part of the history books. But now I have to go and prepare. I'm gonna warm up a bit. And then qualifying is very soon. Yesterday I actually ended up #1 in quali. Today I want to try to replicate this. The problem is those two guys we just met are the actual owners of the dealership, and unfortunately they are very experienced. So I think they've been racing both at least 15 years each. I have been racing since yesterday technically, so we have a lot of work to do, but I believe in myself. And if they make any mistake, I'm gonna be there to take advantage. So I'm very excited. So when I crashed, basically there's one point on this track where you actually lift a little bit because it's a hill, and you lift a few centimeters. And I came up there with tires that were quite old, a little bit slippery. I landed a little bit on the side, and then I just span straight out in very high speed and went straight into the wall on the side, and it completely it tilted the whole wheels, and it was very bad. So usually they can fix stuff, you know. Like yesterday in the second race, I actually crashed a little bit into my friend, like we touched. But these are minor things. But yesterday in the practice, my car really got completely screwed. That's why I couldn't race with that car. But that was very good that I was able to buy another car. And yeah, racing is expensive, so don't get into this sport unless you're willing to start using your wallet, you know. And on Instagram, where I uploaded this whole story yesterday, people actually thought I was joking when I said I bought a new car. But in fact, that's what I did. Because otherwise I wouldn't, yeah, this would not be mine unless I did. So this here is like a $250,000 trophy now, because that's how much I invested to get this. Now let me also show you the 296 challenge, because this is the car I ordered. It's very beautiful. It's actually much faster. So this is a beast. So essentially my goal now is I want to race in the Ferrari challenge next year, and that's going to be like, you know, live streamed on YouTube. It's going to be on TV. It's going to be like a huge that's next level. So then I need this car, so I bought one, and it should be coming in the next few months. Absolutely beautiful. This is such a crazy car. You don't understand, guys, how incredible these track cars are out there on the track. Like, they really are made for that, and they just stick to the ground with these slick tires. These tires are racing tires. They don't have these patterns. It's just completely slick, and that gives you almost perfect grip. You can do crazy corners, and it's just so amazing. And obviously I'm still a noob, but I'm learning fast, and people did tell me yesterday that they were actually very impressed with my racing, and I must say I am very impressed with my racing. I had no clue I could be that fast, actually. This was a little bit emotional for me. It was, don't know. I slept like this yesterday, basically. Yeah. So now it's qualifying. We have 15 minutes to get the best lap possible, and the results will decide the starting order on the grid. So qualifying is very important. of the car, and apparently I'm P2 in the quali. Not bad, not bad. Yesterday we managed one, but remember we have 2 pro drivers today that are very, very good. So, but I'm happy. I'm very happy. So today we're gonna have to do some dancing in the rain, maybe. Ah, this is another friend who's also driving, Christian. Actually, we had a small little incident yesterday, a racing incident.
Just an incident.
Racing love we have.
Racing love, yes, yes. But today we're gonna just win together. We have to win against the Danish people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's gonna be fun.
And the owner of the dealership.
Exactly, exactly. But we discussed, is that a good thing or a bad thing to win over them?
As long as we have video proof. That's
Video
then
proof.
We have some leverage.
Exactly, exactly. Nice. Yeah, good luck guys. Okay, so the qualifying, basically, Johnny, he's the guy who's been doing Le Mans. He's a very good driver. He had 1:00.6. I am 1:00.9, and number 3 is 1:01.1. So it's quite tight in the top, and then the rest of the pack seems to be a little bit further down. But the top 3 here is going to be very, very tight. And for me to fight for the podium today will be very fun, very fun. I want to definitely be on podium. If I can be number 2 today, just defend my position, I'm happy. Because winning against the guy who's been doing Le Mans and like racing for 30 years, I mean, it's possible. We will try this, but I think podium is good. Guys, it's raining now a little bit, so the question is what tires to use, but we're gonna go risky. We're gonna go safe, go slicks. The risky would be to go with the wet tires. We're gonna go with the normal dry tires and hope it doesn't start raining more. Everyone is doing the dry tires, and it's gonna be an interesting race because with a bit of rain, that kind of mixes up everything. So stay tuned now. This is race number 1, and then there's gonna be another race a couple of hours later. So 2 races today. That didn't go as planned, unfortunately. I had to cancel the race, big crash, but I'm fine, so it's very good for that reason. But I was leading, I overtook this Le Mans guys, but I guess I pressed too much. That was Knutstorp and what happened there. So now this car I actually basically bought the day after that, so I now have 3 Ferrari Challenge cars. Unfortunately, the first one they can fix. The second one, it's done. But I have 2 usable Challenge Evo cars now. So yeah. So now you basically know, racing, it's a sport where you need to have liquidity available to be able to race because things happen. Someone crashed just now. Last weekend, someone crashed as well. So like, it happens. But if you think too much about it, then you're not going to be able to race fast. You have to focus on the racing, not the money. If you focus on the money, then you're not going to be a good racing driver. So I have to not think about it and just focus on racing. Now it's green flag. Let's go, let's go. All right, so now we're driving out of the pit lane, and listen to this. This is the pit limiter. So I turn it off. Now it's off. So now we can go. There's two guys behind me coming with big speed, but shouldn't be an issue for us. Then they can pass us on the outside. Wow, he was very close to the gravel there. Okay, so first they warm up lap and then we push. Then someone passed behind us. Because they are on push laps already, we are on warm-up lap. It's very, very important, guys, to warm up the tires and the brakes, because if you start pushing on cold tires, then you're gonna fly out. Most people, they crash because they have cold tires and they start driving above the capabilities of the tires. So we want to go a little bit slow here. And just let the temperature rise. I'll let this guy pass. There's a lot of people on the track today. But this is such a beautiful circuit. Brno, Czech Republic. It's green everywhere. You have the forest, and the track is long and very, very nice corners and very technical actually. They say this is a technical track, so you know you have to be a good driver to set a good lap. Okay, so we're almost back to the start, and then we're gonna start pushing, make a nice lap. And we're climbing. This is such a nice place to swim. Right? It's like we're very beautiful. Hey guys, subscribe right now, by the way, and press the notification bell and leave a like. If we can reach like 3,000 likes, then maybe that will help my racing career. Okay, now we're pushing fast. 3, 2, 1. Woo! Taking this high-speed corner, and then back on the throttle, and then take the curve there, take the curve here, and set, and then brake, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Here we go slow, take the curve, back on the throttle, shift forward, small brake, take the curve like this there. And then we go here, 3, 2, 1. I don't know if you guys like these sound effects, but I quite like it. And then here's small brake, and then here, and here's the very, very slow corner, and then back, take the apex there, kissing the apex, and then slow corner again like this. Small brake. Back on the throttle. And now we're getting closer to the end. And then brake. 3, 2, 1. Brake a little bit too late on that one. But we managed. And here, brake the straight time. Here, we don't want to lose too much speed. Go wide, go in, and go. Now we're gonna go up to the here, very important to wide up. Go like this, and here we go, up on the straight. And this is the broken flag. E1 on me. Woo! If you want to follow my racing career, subscribe here and also go and follow me on Instagram, Carl Moon, as you can see on the screen. And if you want to see my other racing content, it's over on the channel. Go check it out. In fact, I will recommend you this video right here. Go click it right here, right now, and I will see you guys over there. Bye-bye.